This is a story of a boy who is extremely weak. He has neither any class nor any skills. And well, you might be wondering, how can this happen? Well, yes, that's exactly what's going to happen in this story, because this story is quite different. It's the story of a hero who turned his weaknesses into his strengths and faced every challenge that came his way. So, get ready to enter a world where true strength doesn't come from skills, but from courage and intelligence. And it's going to be called Hero Without a Class, Who Even Needs Skills. So at the beginning of the anime, we see a family where everyone is talking to each other. Here we see our main hero named Arl, and there we see a girl who is Arl's elder sister. And she says, "Finally, today is the day when we'll find out which class my brother is in." His parents are overjoyed. They say, "Yes, I'm also very nervous, wondering what my son will do." Then her mother says, "Yes, I'm also very nervous about my son, wondering what he'll do because today is a big day for him." And then his sister says, "I know my younger brother is incredibly talented, and he's going to do really well, and his class is going to be very good." And then Errol says, "Now what should I tell you?" And then we're told that class is something everyone receives from the goddess. In this world, when children turn 10, they are given a class by the goddess. They learn everything about what they'll do in the future. Like they'll become goldsmiths, or do woodwork, or mop the floor. Whatever they want to do, they know it as soon as they turn 10. After which the scene shifts, and we see a lot of children gathered together, and we learn that today is finally the day when they will all find out what they are going to do in the future. And then all the children slowly start coming forward one by one. And then the priest starts telling everyone their class. Here, the priest tells this child that you will become a goldsmith when you grow up. And then he tells one of them, you are going to become a blacksmith when you grow up. And just like that, he tells everyone their class. And then, now it's Arel's turn, and his sister encourages him. And upon seeing him, everyone there starts talking among themselves. "Hey man, this is the son of the sword princess and the archmage. His class must be really amazing." Yes, it must be amazing. And then we see the priest put his hand on Errol's head and say, "This is really strange. I don't know why, but I can't read your class." Errol replies, "Yes, I can't feel anything either." And everyone there is quite shocked, wondering how this is possible. It means, how can the son of the sword princess not have any class? He's the best swordsman here. Well, the scene then shifts, and we see Errol practicing his sword at home again. Then we see his family members say, "Look son, don't worry. Whatever happens, happens, and don't run away, leaving it at home." He then says, "Hey guys, just do it. I'm not a kid that I'd be scared of all this." And then his sister comes in and says, "Don't worry, I'm your older sister, and I'll always be there for you." He then says, yes, okay, I know that." Then Aurel explains, "Look, if you guys think I'll get upset over something like this, it's not like that at all." And then he explains, "I've been practicing with my mother since I was a kid, and you know, she was very strong with me. And sometimes she would hit me so hard that I would fly off somewhere, and then my mother wouldn't even find me. So, all this is new to me, and I don't believe in these classes anyway. For me, hard work is the most important thing, and even without classes, I can become a very good swordsman. So for me, skills are more important than classes, and I will always focus on skills." Seeing this, his family is very happy, and his sister says, "I knew my brother was very strong." And his family says, "Yes, we're very happy that you're so good." And then Arl says, Okay, you guys keep talking. I'm going to the practice field." And with that, he starts walking away. And then we see Arl come to the practice field and see two kids fighting with each other. It means they're practicing here. And they're talking to themselves, "Dude, really? After receiving our classes, we're able to perform sword fights with such ease. It means their bodies are moving on their own without them even having to move them. It's amazing." Then we see Arel standing there, and one of them says, "Hey, this is the same guy who doesn't have any classes." Errol says, "Just do it. I mean, whether I have classes or not, what's your problem with that? I'm still a better swordsman than you." They say, "Well, is that so? Come on, let's fight." Errol says, "Okay, I don't have a problem with that." And then this guy challenges Errol and says, "Let's see who wins." And then we're introduced to another thing, and that's the blessing. And then here, Errol explains that a blessing is something that, in comparison to the class, is given to us from childhood, meaning the goddess gives it to us from childhood, and it has a simple rule. The blessing protects us from any attack and absorbs the power of that attack. But if the attack is too strong, the blessing breaks, and you may be harmed. And then, we see these people finally start their fight here, and Arel is fighting with one boy. And at the end, he starts defeating him. Then this guy yells loudly, and the other guy comes to his aid, and they both fight Arel together. But our Arel takes them both out single-handedly. And then these two say, "You've cheated." It means they were distracted, and he came here and started fighting with them. This is cheating, and these two are just blabbering about it. Then we hear a voice from behind saying, "Stop it, both of you. You've lost. And you have no reason to protect yourselves here." It means if you didn't do well, then you didn't do it. What's the point of arguing? Then we see this red-haired guy who is standing there, and upon seeing him, one of these guys recognizes him. He says, "Hey, you." The other boy asks, Who? He says, he's Evans's son. I mean, he's Wardman's son. And then this guy comes over and talks to Errol, saying, I saw you can fight so well without any class. So why don't you do a duel with me? I'm challenging you here. And Errol also wasn't going to back down. He agrees to the duel. And then our RL, who is here, says, oh, so you're his son. He always comes to my house to ask for help from my mother. And seeing all this guy, the one with the red hair, gets a little angry and says, I'm really upset about this. I mean, my father is a very good swordsman, but your mother has always been treated very well and has always been asked everywhere. But my father hasn't gotten what he deserves, and it's all your mother's fault. So, here this guy is angry because his father isn't given the same respect Errol's mother gets. I mean, he deserves it. And here, our Errol also praises his mother. He says, enough with it. I mean, my mother is really good, so she gets respect, so what's your problem with that? Then this guy says, stop it. I'm going to fight you. I expect that if you're the son of the sword princess, you'll have her talent. So come on, let's start. I swear on my father that I'll defeat you. And here, Arl is fully charged up. He also says, yes, okay, I have to fight for my mother, and then the fight between them begins. And here, we see Arl giving this red-haired guy a pretty good fight. And he says, really man, this is an amazing warrior. And here, the red-haired guy also wonders, man, even without any class, how can this guy fight so well? I mean, this is really amazing. And then we see Arl here. He says, this guy is attacking very weakly, and I have a lot of openings, and I'll attack him through them. And just as Errol thinks about this and goes to attack him, this guy blocks the attack and launches a strange attack at Errol. And Errol says, but how did this happen? How did you do 2 attacks at once? And well, this guy slowly approaches Errol and holds a sword over his head and says, so you've lost. Then he tells him that he pulled out 2 slicers at once. And look, Errol is a little shocked. He asks, how is this possible? He says, yes, it is possible. Well, then the scene shifts and we see Errol's sister waking him up the next morning. Brother, get up quickly, it's morning. But our Errol wakes up and seeing his sister, falls back asleep. His sister says, come on, I'm going to give you a nice kiss. You'll wake up anyway. Just as she's about to kiss him, the guy says, hey, get out of here, and gets up. But his sister insists, no, I really want to kiss now. But then we see their mother who is preparing food for them and she says, come on, let's have breakfast. Afterwards, they have breakfast. And his sister says, brother, you're going to train again today. He says, yes, there's no doubt about it. And she says, I'm so proud of you. You're an amazing guy. Even without a class, you never give up. Well, our Errol says, hey, you guys, your nonsense has started again. Well, forget it. I'm going to train, he says. And then he leaves. Then his sister says, sometimes I feel bad for Errol, but his mother says, you shouldn't feel that way. She takes her to a strange place and opens a box, revealing several broken swords. She asks, whose are these? So her mother tells her that these are actually Errol's, and every day after practicing, he brings a sword here, which is completely damaged. So you can imagine how intense Errol's training is, and even his sister is shocked to see this, saying, really, my brother is amazing. Well, in the next scene, we see Errol practicing alone in the forest. He's practicing his double slice attack. Then, we see that someone is watching him from behind, and suddenly, he attacks him, and he is none other than a goblin. But our Errol uses the same double slice attack here and knocks him down and says, yes, exactly like that. I mean, it's working exactly as I thought. And then he hears a very scary sound and says, this is definitely the sound of a monster heading towards the village. I have to go and tell the guards about this as soon as possible. And just as he's heading towards the guard, he hears a child's voice. He says, no, there's a child trapped by that goblin. I have to save him now. I'm no longer a child who should be afraid. He says, come on, whatever needs to be done, I have to do it myself. As he goes there, he sees the same red-haired boy, and the monster was about to kill him. He sees that the man has already killed 2 monsters there, and that man is completely injured. We see Errol, who is hiding there, watching everything. He says, I just have to wait for the perfect timing so I can attack this monster. He keeps his focus on him. And as soon as this goblin goes to the red-haired man and kills him just then, Errol attacks from behind, and he kills him at once. Seeing this, the red-haired man is quite shocked. He asks, how did you do this? After all, it's not possible. And then he starts falling down. And then Errol says, hey friend, you should drink the holy water. Yours is broken. Anyway, you can drink mine. And he gives him the holy water. After drinking it, the man in red hair feels a little better. And immediately after feeling better, he asks Errol, how did you learn all this? How can you use the double slice here, and that too so quickly? So Errol says, it's all because of you. I saw you using it, so I tried it too. And look, luckily I can use it. And then he says, okay, fine. Now I want you to fight me this time, and I'll beat you. But Errol says, I know you can't beat me this time because I hate losing. Just because I've lost once doesn't mean I'll lose again. Then they fight again. And that guy is a little shocked because he sees that Errol is not using a double slice, but a triple slice. He asks, but where did you learn this triple slice? He says, I don't know. I just practiced and made it up on my own. He says, no, That's going over my head. It's almost impossible. But then Errol defeats him and says, you know, I hate losing. With that, he walks away, and that boy is left wondering, how could I possibly lose? The scene then shifts, and we're shown a scene from a few days later. We see Arl sitting with his family members, talking about the man of red hair, saying he's going to Brescia. Arel asks, what's Brescia? His sister explains that Brescia is a place where swordsmen have a lot to learn. Hearing this, Arel is overjoyed. He says, it looks like an amazing place. I think I should go there too. But how will I get there? And then his mother starts telling him a story from her past, saying, I used to be there too, and I did a lot of work there. So Errol says, oh, so that's it? I think it's a really amazing place, and I should go there. After that, we see the scene of 5 years later, where we see that Arel leaves for Brescia City with some other people going to the city. After that, we see that the horseman tells everyone that we will reach the city very soon. Here, a girl asks a man if you are also going to Brescia City. He says yes. I have heard that dreams come true there. That is why I am going to that city. The girl says yes, it is true. After that, she says that I am also a dual swordsman. We can work together. On hearing this, the man gets angry and says that I do not work with girls like you who wear such wired clothes. On hearing this, the girl also gets angry, and both of them start staring at each other in anger. Then we see that the horseman is quieting them both and says that you both should be quiet. We will reach the city in a while, go there and fight. Then we see that the horseman stops here and tells them both that there is no need to go to the city. You can show your powers right here because there are many monsters standing in front of us ready to kill us. After that, we see that both of them get scared after seeing so many dangerous monsters in front of them and say, look how many there are, we can't fight them. Then we see that an old lady starts telling this man that if you are a swordsman, then drive my son and me from here. But we see that the man pushes the lady and runs away in fear, and the other girl also leaves behind him. After that, we see that our hero Errol starts moving forward with great courage. Seeing him like this, the horseman tries to stop him. But Errol does not stop, but goes to these monsters and starts killing them. Seeing this, both of them are very surprised and say, how fast is this little boy killing everyone? Here we see that all the monsters surround Errol and attack him at once, but Errol easily kills them all with his sword. After that, a big master beast is left, whom Arl kills with his sword by hitting him on the head. Seeing him do this, both the lady and the horseman are very surprised. The horseman says that the techniques and skills that this boy has used can only be used by the sword prince. He must be the son of the sword prince who is able to use these skills so well. After that, Arl comes to the horseman and says, let's go to Brescia City quickly. The horseman asks, why do you want to go to the city? You are already very powerful. Here, the lady's child also praises Arl and says, you are very skilled. Then he asks Arl about his class. Arl says that I don't have any class. Hearing this, everyone becomes surprised that a boy who has no class can kill all the monsters alone. In the next scene, we see Arel practicing at her house, where her mother asks her why she thinks you are practicing the double slice attack. Hearing this, Arel says, yes, you are right, I am practicing the double slice attack. Hearing this, her mother says, I thought I was dreaming because it is not possible for a boy who has no class to be practicing the double slice attack. After that, she says, this is like a bad dream that my son has no class. After that, she starts crying and says, I am not a good mother. Errol calms her down and says, Mom, you are not seeing a dream, but I am actually practicing the double slice attack. Errol says, it seems like it is difficult to practice the double slice attack, but if you help me, I will practice it. If you teach me, I will definitely be able to do it. Can you teach me this? After learning many such skills, I will go to the Brescia city and learn more skills there and make myself even more powerful, that too without class. After hearing all these things, here, Errol's mother gets curious that how her son who has no class is talking so much. After that, she gets happy and goes home and tells Errol's dad all these things that you heard how brave our son is despite having no class. In the next scene, we see that the horseman wakes Errol up and tells him that we have reached the city, from where we get to know that Errol was dreaming all this. After which, we are shown the Brescia city, where we see that many swordmen have come. Seeing which, the horseman starts saying that all of them are very high-class people. Errol asks him that you are just a simple driver, so how do you know that these are all high-class people? To which the horseman says that actually I am also a holy knight class person. After which, Errol asks him, why are you a driver here? The horseman says that actually I don't like fighting much, so sometimes I pass my time by becoming a driver. The horseman says that it seems that you are new here, so you should join a guild. After which, he starts telling him about the tournaments held here, that if you also want, you can participate in the tournament, but you have to join some guild to participate in the tournament. To which RL starts saying that I did not come to do all this work. I came here to defeat the most powerful warriors. After that, the horseman says that okay, do as you wish, but be careful because there are some naughty guilds here. After that, he leaves from here. After that, Errol also starts going inside the city. In the next scene, we we see that many people are telling about their guilds and inviting people to join their guilds. Errol is moving forward while looking at everyone. Then we see that a girl comes from behind Errol and tries to push him down, but Errol turns the other way, due to which the girl herself falls down. Seeing everything, the girl starts thinking that maybe this is a talented boy who already knew that I was going to bring him down. Thinking all these things, the girl says that it seems that you are new here. Are you thinking about joining a guild? Errol says that yes, I am new here. The girl starts saying that our guild is also looking for new people to join their guild. Along with this, she gives Errol the contract paper of her guild and says that this is the contract paper of our guild. Sign it. But Errol says that I have no interest in it and starts to leave from there. After that, we see that the girl starts following Errol and starts to hold him and says that how can you do this? Errol says that why would I join a guild where there is a stupid girl like you? Hearing this, the girl becomes shocked and says that you are very rude. Our group is the most famous group here. Errol says that I don't need to join such a guild. You tell me a guild that is the most powerful guild here. The girl says that are you really asking me about the powerful guild? But after that, she starts telling him that the most powerful guild here is Black Blade. And then she tells him about the swordman of this guild and also tells him the address of Black Blade Guild. In the next scene, we see that Errol is going to join this guild, but then the guard stops him, so Errol tells him that he has come to join the Black Blade Guild. After that, the guard tells him that before joining this guild, you have to take a test and asks him to go to the place where the test is given. In the next scene, we see that many people line up to give the test to join the Black Blade Guild, where Errol also joins the line. After standing in line for a long time, as soon as Errol's turn comes, the receptionist tells Errol that you must have an advanced class to give this test, and asks Errol his class, to which Errol says that I am classless, meaning I have no class. As soon as he hears this, the man starts laughing and says that then you are not eligible for this test. After hearing what Errol said, the rest of the people also start talking about what kind of guy this guy is. A guy who has no class. Then no guild will let him join their guild. After that, we see that Errol tells the receptionist that I have full confidence that I will pass this test, so let me give the test. But that guy says that I can't do anything about it. You can't take the test. Then we see that an A-rank swordsman comes here, seeing which everyone else starts looking at him in surprise. And a guy says that this is the first time in my life that I am seeing an A-ranked swordsman so close. After that, we see that Errol leaves from there and goes to another guild and tries to join it. But there too, he has refused to join the guild because he did not have any class, due to which no one was ready to take him into their guild. After which, we see that Errol goes to a place and sits down, and he thinks that because of my lack of class, no one is letting me join their guild. Then Errol takes out a letter from his pocket that his mother gave him and says that if you have any problems in the city, you should join my old guild and give them this letter. They will add you to their guild. Looking at the letter, Errol says that it seems that Mom had already predicted that I would have such a problem. Then we see that the same girl named Lilia comes here and says that looking at your down face, it seems that you have not found a place in any guild. If you want, you can still join my guild. Errol says that I don't know when you will stop following me, and saying this, he starts leaving from there. Lilia also starts following him and says that our guild is very good, in which there are very few people. So can't you join it? But Errol still forbids it. After this, we see that Lilia falls at Errol's feet and says that I beg you to join my guild. Join as a charity, come on. But Errol still refuses. After this, Lilia says that is your heart of stone, that even after so many begging from me, you are not obeying. After this, she says that it is okay. If you agree to join, then I will polish your shoes too. But we see that Errol has left from there. After this, Lilia says that I will not give up either. After this, we see that Errol stops at one place while looking for the address written on the letter. Then Lilia comes here again and says that at least go to my guild once and see. It is right here. She says that trust me, my guild is very good and you will like it. Errol says that if that's the case, then why are there so few people in your guild? To which Lilia says that no, it's not like that. Actually, our guild is just for special people like you. After which, she starts telling Errol that we will soon claim our golden age because our leader is Dual Sword King, and our guild's name is Dragon Fang. As soon as he hears this name, Errol remembers that her mother had told him that the guild she was in was also called Dragon Fang, whose leader was Dual Sword King, so Errol says that her mom was in the same guild. After this, we see that Lilia takes Errol inside. After going here, she asks Errol to sit on the sofa, but then we see that Lilia's dad, who is very drunk, says, has any new guy come to join our guild? Seeing which, Lilia starts saying to her dad that how many times have I told you not to drink too much? The doctor has also forbidden you from drinking. As soon as he hears this, he starts shouting at Lilia. Here, Errol understands that this is definitely the same Dual Sword King who does not have an arm. After this, he starts telling Errol that boy, go away from here. This guild is of no use. Saying this, he leaves from there. After this, Lilia starts telling that my dad used to be one of the top 2 best swordmen in this city, but since he lost one of his arms, he has become like this. She says that I hope now, after seeing all this, you will not join our guild. But Errol says no, I will still join your guild. After hearing this, Lilia says, what did you say? Errol says that even if I want, I cannot join any guild except yours. After this, Errol signs the contract, to which when Lilia reads it, she says that you have not written your class here. Arl says yes, I do not have any class. After hearing this, Lilia first thinks that Arl is joking, but when Arl shows his letter, which proves that Arl does not have any class. After this, we see that Lilia gets angry and takes out her sword and asks him, that are you come here to die? To join any guild here? You should have some class or the other. Arl says, is it true? After hearing all this, Lilia starts saying that just listen to your words. My head starts spinning that how can a boy come to this city without any class? After that, we see that another girl named Reina comes here and says, Lilia, why are you acting like this? To which Lilia says, I had a hard time convincing a boy to join my guild, but in the end, he turned out to be classless. After hearing this, Reina doesn't believe it at first, so she asks Arel about it. Arel says, who are you? Reina says, don't you remember me? We are both from the same village, and we both practice together. But Arel says, as far as I remember, I have never seen such a beautiful girl like you, but I have seen a boy with red hair like you, whose father's name is Evan, who used to visit my mother often. To which Reina says, yes, Evan has only one daughter, and that is me. To which Errol says, is that true? You were not a boy? Reina says no, my hair was short at that time. After that, Lilia starts asking if this is the same classless boy you once told me about, whom you couldn't win in the fight. Reina says yes, this is the same boy about whom I told you. Lilia says I don't know why, but I don't believe that a boy who has no class defeated you in the fight. Reina says yes, I agree. He defeated me then, but now I have become even stronger. After that, she tells Errol that let's fight again this time. After which, they all go to the practice field, where Lilia asks Reina that do you really want to fight with the boy who has no class? Reina says that yes, I have to take my old revenge from him. After that, a fight starts between them, where Reina first does a double slice attack like she did in childhood. Errol also launches his double slice attack, but we see that Reina's attack ends Errol's attack and goes and hits Errol. Reina says that what did you think that my attacks will be as weak as before, which you will easily dodge. After that, we see that Reina goes to attack Errol again, seeing which Errol says that yes, you are right. You have become stronger than before, but I have found out your weakness. Along with this, we see that Reina attacks Arel again, and seeing the opportunity, she does her slash attack and thinks that now she has won, but then we see that Arel disappears from there and goes after Reina and hits her with his sword. She says, when did you come after me? Errol says that this is an after image, a shadow skill. Reina says, how can this happen? It is a very rare skill that very few swordmen have. With that, she goes to attack Arel again, but it is of no use. After that, Arel again uses the same skill and attacks Reina once again, but this time also Reina's divine protection does not break. This means that until Reina's divine protection is broken, she will not lose this duel. Errol says that after this attack of mine, Reina's divine protection should have broken. Reina says that this attack of yours won't make any difference to me, but my attack can be. Then, as soon as Reina starts to attack Arel, Errol counters her, which is a very rare counter skill attack that her mom has taught her. Along with this, we see that Reina has now lost this duel and starts crying here, seeing which Lilia says, how dare you make Reina cry? Reina says no, I am not crying, but then she runs away from there and goes inside and starts crying loudly. In the next scene, we see Arl and Lilia sitting together, where Lilia starts praising Arl a lot and says that our guild is lucky that a person like you has joined it. Arl says, but you were saying something else at first. Lilia says, no, I was joking. I had understood the first time when I saw you that you were not an ordinary boy. After that, Arl says, you said that your guild has been ruined. Lilia says, yes, it is actually a huge debt to our guild, due to which our situation has deteriorated. Arel asks, how much debt do you guys have? Then Lilia whispers in Errol's ear. But then she says, don't worry. There is going to be a guild camp battle in a few days, in which if our guild wins, we will get a lot of money, with which we can also pay off our debt and improve our guild. But for this, 3 people are needed to participate, for which I was looking for a member, which you have now found. To which Arel says, just think about it now. We won that competition. But Lilia says, maybe not, because we don't know who we will be competing with. Maybe they are very powerful. To which Arel says, then that's even better because my purpose of coming here is to defeat the most powerful people and learn new techniques. Here we see that Lilia's dad is also listening to all of Arel's words from behind the door, and he also thinks that Arel is an ordinary boy. This boy will definitely do something here. After this, we see the scene of the next morning where Errol wakes up and says that finally he has joined his mom's old guild. After this, Errol comes out and Lilia asks him, I hope you had a good sleep after the fight. Errol says yes. After which he looks at Reina and wonders if she is still sad because of losing to him. But then we see that Lilia starts telling both of them that since now there are 3 members in their guild, now they can participate in the guild competition. So she fills out their form for the guild competition this week. After this, Aurel says that the money they will get after winning this competition can help the guild run well, right? Then Lilia says yes, absolutely right. After this, Lilia starts explaining in detail that each guild member will have to fight with the other guild's member, and the guild whose fighters finish first will lose this competition. By the way, 5 people can also participate in this competition, but only 3 people from their guild will participate. Reina says yes, then this fight is going to be very difficult. Lilia says yes, they may also have to compete with an A-rank swordsman, but they also have 2 B-rank swordsmen. Errol says, wait a minute, what is this A-rank and B-rank? Reina says, oh my god, you don't even know that these ranks represent the strength of the swordsman. After that, Lilia starts explaining that usually there are 4 ranks of swordsmen, and in Abridged City, there are a total of 500 swordsmen, out of which 20 swordsmen are A-rank, and Reina and she are also B-rank swordsmen, and because Errol defeated Reina in the duel, so he is also in B-rank. After that, Lilia starts saying that today they will know who is going to duel against them, after which she leaves from there to find out about this thing, after which Reina also starts leaving from there. Then Aurel asks, where did you go now? Reina says that now there is going to be a competition, so they will have to practice for it. After that, Errol comes to Reina and holding her hand says, I want to learn the guts skill that you have, so will you attack me with your sword for that? After hearing this, Reina looks shy. After that, she starts saying, are you mad? Skills are given by the goddess. This is not something that anyone can take from anywhere, to which Aurel says that she taught him the double slice attack, and she has seen him doing it, and she has also seen his shadow skill. He has learned that too. Similarly, he wants to learn her skill too, with which he will strengthen his divine protection even more, to which Reina also does not say anything. After which we see that both of them come to the battlefield for practice, where Reina gives a sword to Aurel and says that this is not a normal sword, but it is many times more powerful than a normal sword, and not everyone can use it. After which we see that Aurel takes this sword and points it out to Reina with great ease. Reina says, how are you using it when you don't even have that much strength? Aurel says, yes, this is your fault. You think that only those who have class are powerful and have strength, but you know that I learned the double slice attack from you, and trained for it and then learned it easily. Similarly, I have learned many other skills which were not easy to learn, and not everyone can learn. After hearing all this, Reina says that yes, he is right, she was wrong. Everything is possible with hard work. I have also become a B-ranked swordsman by working hard. After that, Reina says, it's okay, I will help you in your training, but it will hurt you a lot. So don't come to me crying later. To which Aurel, while teasing her, says, if a beautiful girl like you will hurt me, then I would like to be hurt. Upon hearing this, Reina gets angry and starts attacking Aurel. Then we see that Lilia comes running here, who was very scared. She starts saying, do you know who our opponent is who is going to fight us? She is the #1 guild of Abridged City, whose name is Black Blade, who has 8 A-ranked swordsmen. It starts to be taken that those people will make us suffer. But after that she starts saying, whatever happens, we have to win this competition. It is very difficult and almost impossible, but we cannot back down now. But then Lilia sees that Reina has made a bad situation by fighting with Aurel. After seeing all this, she starts shouting at Reina, why are you guys fighting with each other so badly before the competition? Reina says that it was just a simple practice and nothing, after which poor Aurel stands up and says, that is enough for today, let's go and eat something. In the next scene, we are shown the day of the guild competition where everyone had gathered. We see that everyone was talking about Dragonfang and Black Blade Guild, saying that both of them are going to duel, after which people make fun of Dragonfang Guild, and say that this is the same guild who hasn't fought anyone for a long time. After which the other guy starts saying that they should bet on the Black Blade Guild because it is the one that is going to win this competition. Hearing all this, Lilia gets very angry, but Reina calms her down, after which Lilia starts saying angrily, how can these people call our guild so bad? We aren't that powerful, but we have to win this match at any cost, and we will do that. By winning this match, we can change our entire life. If we lose this match, our honor and our guild will all be destroyed, but I will never let that happen. Here Lilia is getting very angry at those people who are calling her guild bad, and Reina tries to calm her down. Then we see that the Black Blade Guild's boss, George, is coming, who laughs at them and says, I heard that a classless boy has joined your guild. Hearing this, Lilia goes towards him and she says, are you here to laugh at us? He says, no, not at all. I came to support you. After that, Errol asks Reina who this guy is. Reina tells him that this is the same Black Blade Guild's boss with whom they are going to have a match today. After that, we see that George starts telling Lilia, I'm here to support you, and I also arranged the match between us. Lilia says, why did you do this? He says, we're bored of fighting with powerful people like us, and the audience also wanted to see something new, so I arranged a match for my guild with your guild so that the audience could see something new. Anyway, this is a life-changing opportunity for your guild. If you win this match, you'll get a lot of money, but this will only happen when you defeat our A-ranked swordsman, whom I think is impossible in this life. To which Lilia angrily says, yes, we will win, and we will definitely win. After which he leaves there laughing at them. Aurel says, I don't think he came here to help us. On the contrary, he humiliated us and left. Reina says, Yes, you're right. This is how it is. After this, we see the scene of the battlefield where the final competition between Dragonfang and Black Blade Guild is timed, which all the audience was eager to see. Here, Arel says, I hope that I will get to learn skills here, after listening to which Lilia says, our lives are in danger here and you have to show your skills. See that the first duel starts here in which a boy named Geo is going to fight from Black Blade Guild, while on the other hand, Errol is going to fight from Dragonfang Guild. As soon as people hear that this boy is classless, everyone is very surprised and starts talking about how a classless boy can come to this field. Does this boy have to die? To which Geo also starts saying, what foolishness is it that an A ranker will now fight a classless boy? Along with this, we see that the first round starts here. As soon as it starts, we see that the boy suddenly attacks Arel and says, here, this round ends here. But we see that Arel disappears from there using the shadow skill. Seeing this, the boy is also surprised and attacks him again. But again, Errol uses his skill and escapes. After this, we see that Arel creates 3 of his shadows and surrounds the boy. The boy thinks that he will attack all the shadows with his super fast glitch skill and eliminate real Errol. But we see that after eliminating those 3 shadows, real Errol hits this guy with his sword, with which the boy falls to the ground, and Errol wins this round. Seeing all this, everyone is surprised that how did a classless boy defeat an A ranker? This is absolutely impossible. Seeing all this, George is also quite surprised here. After which in the second round, Arel also defeats the second A ranker with his double slice attack. After which in the third round, Arel also defeats the third A-ranked swordsman with the help of his shadow skill. Seeing which Lilia gets very excited and starts cheering for Errol, saying, that's it for now, 2 people are left. Along with this, she also asks Reina to cheer up Errol. After which we see that in the next round, another A-ranker comes to fight with Errol who also has a shield, using which he tries to attack Errol. Errol also attacks him several times, but because of his shield, Errol's attack has no effect on him. After which we see that the guy starts telling Arel, you are a classless person who can never win against me. But we see that Arel remembers another skill of his mother, and then he kicks the man's shield barrier, after which we see that the shield falls away. Seeing all this, the man is also surprised, saying, how did you do all this? Arel says, this is also a skill that I have just learned from one of your members. Hearing this, the man is also surprised that how did he learn and apply it so quickly? To which Arel says, I have also learned a skill from you. Wait, I will show you now. After which Arel lifts the shield barrier of the same man and starts fighting with him. Then, using his shield and using the glitch skill, he attacks the man and defeats him too. After which Errol says, as I thought, your skill works quite well with this glitch bash attack. Everyone here starts saying that how can it be that a classless boy defeated 4 A rankers? It is definitely a lie that this boy has no class. After that, we see that the commentator announces that their committee has just decided that this boy's class will be checked in front of everyone to see if he has class or not. After that, we see that when Arel's class is checked, it is found that Arel does not really have any class, which everyone is surprised to hear. After that, we see that everyone starts making noise here, and George is also quite angry here. Well, here Lilia is very impressed with Arel and starts saying, I did not know that this boy would turn out to be so powerful. Reina says, yes, I did not know that he is so strong. After that, Lilia starts saying, I have thought that after this match, I will have to make a lot of arrangements. Reina says, what kind of arrangement? Our victory? Well, Lilia says, no, I have to register my marriage with Errol because now it doesn't matter to me whether we win or lose this match, but I will marry Arel and keep him in my guild forever, which will never weaken our guild. After that, we see that the last round also starts here, and this time Masamune, the master of all the swordsmen from Black Blade Guild, comes forward to fight Arel. Seeing his sword, Errol says, this is a very rare sword. Errol asks if this sword is katana. The man says yes, you recognized it correctly. After that, Reina says, this man is the master of all the swordsmen and is quite dangerous. After which we see that the final round between the two now starts, where as soon as the round starts, the guy in front puts his hand on his sword. Seeing him do this, Errol starts saying that he will definitely try to attack him without stopping, but he should slowly approach him. After this, Errol starts waiting for this guy's attack. Seeing him, the guy starts saying, well, you don't want to attack me first. After this, he directly says to Errol, I don't want to waste my time by fighting you, so I will attack you with my killing strike, and I will finish you off at once. As soon as Errol hears that, he starts moving towards him. Seeing that, the guy starts saying, I have also told you my attack strategy, after which you are still going to attack me. Errol says, yes, I want to see your skills, after which I will also learn this skill. Hearing this, the man starts laughing and says, son, when I learned this skill, you weren't even in this world. After that, Errol slowly moves forward and stands in front of this man. After which, as soon as that man performs his fastest killing strike attack on Errol, Errol disappears from there with the help of his shadow skill. Seeing which, the man is also surprised, saying, how did he do this? How can it be faster than my sword? After that, we see Arel behind this man who says, you are the fastest person in this city. But there is someone faster than you from whom I learned this skill. We know that Arel is talking about his mother here, with which Arel performs the killing strike attack he learned from his mother on this man, with which that man loses this round here. After seeing all this, Lilia starts saying, "This is some kind of strike attack by sword princes. How did he do this?" Along with this, we see that now this competition is won by Arel's guild. After seeing everything, everyone present here is very surprised and starts getting very angry because everyone had bet on Black Blade Guild, due to which everyone's money had sunk. Here, Lilia and Reina also celebrate their victory. Then, as soon as Arel arrives here, Lilia wants to hug him, but he gets sidetracked, due to which she falls down. After this, Reina also comes to do the same thing, but later feels very embarrassed and says, No, I didn't want to do this. But we see that Lilia tries to hug Arel again, but Arel gets sidetracked again, due to which Lilia starts crying, saying, "Why are you doing this?" On the other hand, we see George, who is looking at the three of them and seems quite angry, with which the episode ends here.